annoying bit over that nonsensical idiocy. Well, also, as you might have figured out, the whole reason why we are doing this now is I finally managed to come back yesterday evening, which was like an hour later because of the geographic of the place I'm living in. I would kind of have to basically drive out of the whole area, then drive back in from the other side, which means a huge span around. It was fun. I came back home and of course the internet was completely shot to hell. Was actually still shot this morning when I woke up. So I kind of went out and helped a bit with the cleaning up around the apartment area. Helped the janitor a bit. A nice person. With an S-load of work to do, so we're quite happy with just having somebody, taking a broom and taking care of a few things. Basically my job was, to climb up on the roof and make a nice little sweep of it. Everything into the stairs area, so it doesn't get blown away by the wind, then put it into, a trash bag and then put it in the elevator, get it down, and that was it. Not really much labor involved, but, better than doing nothing. And then when I came back in, and like, half an hour, an hour ago, the internet was back, and I was like, okay, let's not be presumptuous here. I know the internet can be a tricky little beast. So, I decided wait half an hour, get yourself a breakfast, then make yourself a coffee, and if it's then still working, and you can still work normally with it, then we're gonna stream. Which, let's do here. Okay, enough nonsense. I need another swig of my drink. Apparently all the rather loud talking to do yesterday so that people can actually understand me. Still kind of fucking with my throat though. Blah. This woman's unceasing smile and direct, violating gaze. She's raping me with her eyes. You have a strong impression of someone selling something.
Light of Aethys be upon you.
Well, Bern said you could tell us about the purchasers of the Light Path.
Your friend guided you truly.
Right.
Darian Bosch has honored me with the duty of helping his message reach all of the faithful.
You're most definitively selling something, and it's snake oil. I tell you that much.
We answer the shining God's call. He shows us the way and we march in his wake.
Yeah, that's totally not going to backfire on you.
Already the Vanguard prepares to make its journey, with more soon to follow.
Well, who are the Vanguard?
Darian Bosch leads the Vanguard. They are the most righteous of the partisans.
Okay, so if I want to bop Darian Bosch on the head, I need to follow swiftly.
They will be the first to join the ranks of Aethys, the first to charge at his call.
Baron said something about the Vanguard. You don't think he's that dumb, do you?
Oh no, I think he is precisely that dumb. What his eyes shift momentarily to Adair, then back to you. She says nothing, merely raising her smile. Do we have a list of people in the Vanguard? I don't think she's gonna give that to me. Your journey sounds dangerous.
The Shining God demands total commitment from his followers.
The Shining God not so much. Yudirian though, probably.
What good is a soldier who is not willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for her cause?
I would like to point out that that is a very dangerous way of thinking.
To walk the lighted path, one must be willing to never turn back.
Well, how would you do in Epiphanius in actuality? Chasing with a boat?
Yes, in fact.
Oh shit.
We will follow him along the lighted path.
I shouldn't have asked. You people are more stupid than I initially thought.
When the time is right, he will welcome our souls into his legion. Darian Bosch has seen it.
Oh boy.
Just your souls, then? Not your bodies?
See, do we have a list of people in the Vanguard? We can ask. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I want to see if a friend is among them.
The Vanguard know their own, and Darian Bosch knows them. Beyond that, we keep such information private.
Adair turns his head away to hide a look of expiration. But then it shifts, sighs suddenly hopeful. He looks back at Oakney.
If they know their own, what do you think they'd say to a couple new members? Can we be in the Vanguard too?
I'm afraid you cannot. The Vanguard is reserved for the most faithful among us. You have not even joined the partisans.
Oh, we can either go niche, but we should probably make use of religious knowledge in this case, since that woman is clearly a religious nut. In my best view, Eosus does not play favorites as Vodica does. He would welcome all who wish to join him.
I agree. And Gadarian
Yes.
Bosch has admitted to the Vanguard
Idiot.
all who asked to join.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, even if I were to initiate you right now into our order, it would be too late to join the Vanguard.
Yeah, shit, they already left, didn't they?
Their ship is docked right now in Nekataka and set to depart at any moment.
You think he could be on it? If he left right after we did, we gotta go.
We gotta
They
go indeed.
won't take you, but there will be more ships to follow.
Oh, they will take me if they want to or not.
Stay and learn about the partisans of the lighted path, and I'll see that there is room for you.
That's a real nice offer. We'll think about it and get back to you.
Ah, ugly nose. Expression no different than it was when you arrived. Okay, that's fine. A gift from Eosus. Glorious death is upon us. Yes, that's not a gift. That's what we call a curse. Okay, you go here. You go here. You stay back. You come here. You go here. Because, yeah, I knew it. Always, no matter what you do, in any of these sheep combats, one asshole is going to jump over like a little bitch.
This thing...
Every single time it has happened, and, well, what can I do? I mean, I do have some very mighty powerful spells at this point. Where's my little avatar? There he is.
Doing the job. That's it.
Blong, 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 blong. Even the game is like, I don't like this. It's too much of my screen power. No. You attack that. This looks like a mage.
You like that?
Everybody turns around. Wow, game, you really don't like this battle, do you? Actually, the first time I've seen that happening.
We were friends.
Well, combat seems to be officially over. At least above deck.
Aye.
Let's see what happens below deck then.
Aye.
Make a nice little save. Making sure that we do not, you know, end up in a horrible situation. Could you people shut the fuck up? Jesus fucking Christ.
The others have drunk, Bairn. Their souls make their way to Aethys.
Okay. I needed to, you know, write a few phrasing words for little employee number one, who has become my number one just now, for being smart.
This isn't the time for hesitation. It's the time for faith.
The time I'm going to rip your head off.
Come. Let us show him together.
The man uncorks a vial hanging from his neck, filled with a vicious fluid of earthly red. He raises it and waits. Once at the ends, Bern uncorks an identical vial hanging from his own neck. That doesn't sound good.
No, kid!
Edders has stepped forward, his palms outstretched. Bern nearly drops the vial. He catches sanguine hold of it between his four fingers. His gaze drifts up to there. He stares with dull eyes, as though he's trying to place him.
What is this? You aren't one of my flock. How did you get here?
I flew here on a cloud. You idiot, we're on the fucking sea. I came in a ship. Eder ignores him, which is understandable, keeping careful eye contact with Byrne.
Lower that. Let's talk.
Then waits, the vial now clutched in one hand at chest height. Okay, let's say good old diplomacy here. Gives out Kid. Decide once you've heard all the
You
sides.
can't let him decide for you. You know what Olava would think of this.
She isn't here to decide for me either.
That's the whole point, Kid. You're supposed to make your own decisions. Development and hovers now just above waist height.
What is faith if it isn't tested? These people are willed here by Aethys to challenge you. Make him proud.
You know, I really get sick and tired of people claiming that I'm, for fuck's sake, summoned everywhere and in between by the fucking gods. And gods can quite literally shove whatever sort of intent they have up their very own rear end and make happy with that. I'm not interested in doing that, and for fuck's sake, if Barrett did not quite literally take my life hostage, quite literally, I wouldn't do that bidding either. Desperate times call for desperate measures, but that is all.
I will make him proud.
You will not. I don't actually think he has us, you know, he's interested. Your leader has read too many parables. The gods seldom have cause to test your faith. Yeah. I've seen evidence of the true nature of the gods. Your wise question.
Maybe he's not testing faith. Maybe he's testing if you can think for yourself.
That would actually be the most reasonable thing a god can do.
But our faith, isn't that what the gods ask of us?
Your hand is lowered. It hangs at his right side, while dangling.
Aethys has come just as I said he would. There will be no other chances.
And it is like, bitch, please. I have a weapon. I will use it.
He must be in need to reach out to us.
Effigy's eyes, kid. You think your tiny soul's gonna change his fate?
Honestly, I doubt you'd be missed if you stayed behind. It's a rude thing to say, but it's absolutely true.
What she means is, you're probably more valuable to Aethys alive.
Tending fields while he marches to change the world? Unlikely.
Very likely. Those fields are very important. Any of us follows us can't survive on, you know, love, faith, and air alone. They need food.
History doesn't look kindly on deserters, Bairn. Nor will your god.
Hard to blame his deserters. They got to live. Meanwhile, his last vanguard got burned right out of the world, bones and all.
I've come this far. How could I be forgiven for failing him now?
Perception. Look at you. You're short, underfed, untrained. And you think he just needs you. And then we can use the mercenary. Actually, let's use that here. It's actually a true statement. Commanders order their troops to die for their own glory, deserve no loyalty.
Aethys doesn't deserve your life, or even your crazy leaders. Not until he starts making some sense.
I never figured I was worthy of receiving his explanation.
It's now or never, Bairn. Will you abandon your god, or will you come to his aid?
Abandon him.
Come on, say something. Adair's right.
Even Elder says that. And he can't believe he just said that. Like, it is right. What did I just say? Come on, you know you're right in this case.
Who exactly demands this sacrifice, Bairn? Aethys or him? Beware of men who claim the authority of the gods. They often have little care for mortals.
Indeed. A bit like, with the Pope, the older popes, not the one that is busy, you know, nowadays, kissing everybody's ass and going like, I'm a nice old man, totally peaceful, don't do anything against me, please. The olden popes who were like, the only authority who can command me is God. Well, but if that's your standpoint, and you will quite literally not bow your head to anyone, and not listen to anyone, because why should you? You only fear one authority, and that one is remarkably silent up in the clouds. Which, you know, led to the popes of old times do lots of crazy shit. And getting away with it. Because, you know, you can't judge me. I only listen to God. What a self-serving argument is that, if I have ever heard any.
Your thoughts be more knotty than Rower-tie rigging, lad. The farmer be speaking sense for once. Better to live for a god than die for one.
Listen to me. You gotta listen, kid. Bear, during the Saints' War, me and my brother, we had a choice to make. It was just like this. We saw it different, he and I. He chose our god. I didn't. I'll never see him again. And I don't know where his soul is now. But I don't think Aethys was around to save it.
Yep.
You're gonna stay here. There's better ways to serve your god. You can build something in his honor, like I did. A town, a temple, a good life. Maybe not a statue.
Burns' expression shifts suddenly. He looks like someone who's been slapped hard across the face. His fingers relax, and the vial clatters to the ground, spattering the deck with what might easily be mistaken for a gruesome bloodstain.
Aethys, forgive me.
Medea takes what sounds like his first breath in a while. His finger strays over his mouth and beard in a rhythmic rhythm of reassurance.
As you wish, then. Abandon your god. For betrayal there can be no forgiveness. You will receive not his mercy, but his justice.
Bah, there's no fate that can't be cheated.
Don't you got somewhere you need to be, Bosch? If you're having second thoughts, I can help you follow through.
Not a one. The Shining God will light the way.
He barely gets the sentence out before the first spasm wrecks his frame. A reddish froth bubbles from his lips. He collapses to the floor, flopping and arching like a netted fish. In one final, rigid convulsion, his breath stops and his body settles heavily on the deck in an unnatural pose.
Think he's alright? He looks a little seasick.
Well, too bad religious fanatics don't often carry much in the way of valuables. Then stare silently at Gadarian Bosk. Spittle bubbles on the lips of the corpse are still popping.
That would have been me. If I were stronger, it would have been me.
Nah, pretty much if you've been weaker, man.
Lucky you weren't stronger then.
Lucky you weren't a complete idiot.
The gods might have rights to our souls, but they got no right to our lives. Seems to me they'll take from you whatever's not nailed down if you let them.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
I could devote my entire life to Aethys, and it would never redeem this.
Yeah. There swallows and tries to say something. In the end, he just nods.
For right now, let's just get you home.